Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today, I'm at AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine, and I'm joined by Michelle. How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm doing great.
All right, so you are actually a patient here at AIM.
I am.
What brought you to AIM in the first place?
So I was having issues with my feet. I felt like they were somewhat numb. I wasn't getting as much feeling in my feet as I would have liked to have, or when I did when I was younger. So I did a lot of research, and I found that acupuncture might be something that could help me. So AIM has a great reputation, and that's when I came here.
So what were some of the things that you couldn't do because of your pain?
It was more around, I was more concerned around not having as much feeling as I should have had. So I felt like I was usually trying to take daily walks. I was trying to exercise more, and walking was a little bit more difficult. My balance wasn't as good as it could have been. And so those were things that were really concerning to me. So I wanted to adjust some.
So walk me through the whole process of coming to AIM. I'm sure you had to sit down with Dr. Tanya and kind of go through a plan. How did all that work?
I did. So of course I did my research first, always do that. And everything that I read about her was great and fantastic. I read her story about how she even got into it, so that was great. So came in, did an interview. She asked me, what my concerns were. She was very upfront about what they felt they could help me with, how much progress they thought I could make, what the process was. So it was really great having that sit down and talking with her.
So how was the process of getting acupuncture? Had you ever had it before?
Never before. And it's something that it was my first time. It's something that I always thought was kind of one of those medicines that was out there, and I would never do that. So I tried it, and it was actually great. So not painful at all. And everyone's very nice, and they're very calm, and everything was just very relaxing, actually.
Yeah, I always think it's kind of like a spa, 'cause with the soothing music,
Yeah.
you can kind of chill out while you're getting your treatment done. How often did you have to come?
So I started coming 3 times a week for a few weeks, and then I'm coming 2 times a week now, and then I'll be dropping down to just once a week. So I feel like I've made a lot of progress.
Well, we have to talk about the progress too. How have you been feeling recently?
So even after the first few weeks, I felt like I had more sensitivity in my feet, so I could tell that there was a difference and there was some improvement there. So I'm very much enjoying that, and I'm feeling better. They test, I guess I've done a couple tests before I started, and then they had done a couple more later just to see if I was making progress. My progress has been good, and I am feeling it just when I go out and walk and just everyday life. So it's been very good.
Yeah, I can imagine it makes a really big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if someone's watching right now and they're thinking, okay, I've never done acupuncture, I'm a little bit hesitant, the needles, all that stuff, what would you say to them if they're experiencing pain?
I would say try it. It's very relaxing, it's not painful at all, and definitely you would see some improvement, and you would definitely see how it really helps to work and fix your problems. I would definitely recommend it.
All right. Do you think there's anything else about acupuncture that kind of surprised you, or you weren't expecting?
I think in my head, I just kept thinking about the needles, and I kept thinking it was going to be these huge needles going in, and it was going to be really painful, and it was just going to feel uncomfortable, and none of that was true. It wasn't like that at all. It just really wasn't like that. So I would say, don't think about the needles, and recognize that it's just a very calming, relaxing process.
Tell me about the staff here at AIM. What is it like?
Oh my gosh, the staff, they're amazing. Everyone knows your name. You kind of feel like you're walking into Cheers. They all know your name, they remember you, very friendly. I've gotten to know everyone. They talk about, what they did that weekend. They asked me how my week's going, talked about my grandchild. I'm so proud that he's here visiting with me. And they're just super friendly. So no matter who's coming in to help you or who's coming in that day, they all just know who you are, and they make you feel really comfortable. So I feel like it's a nice, family, relaxed environment.
I love it. Well, Michelle, thank you for sharing your story here at AIM. I love it. Guys, if you want to learn a little bit more about AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine, you can always head to their website, www.aimlivelife.com. This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, tell me all about Friends of Main Street, Tommy.
So Friends of Main Street is part of Lumberton is a designated Main Street city. So that means we've been designated as a recipient of strategic economic development by the state, and the Main Street Group, or the Main Street Committee, works to raise funds for that historic downtown Main Street. So Lumberton kind of doesn't get a fair shake. Lumberton is a wonderful little city, but Main Street works to develop that downtown historic district and is continuing to work towards that goal.
Mm-hmm. So I guess my question would be, what do you need from the community right now?
So we just need people to come downtown. Lumberton has had some challenges with a couple of hurricanes that came through that created some flooding, which created some empty buildings downtown, but we need people to come downtown. The historic downtown area is really starting to come alive. We're seeing a lot of revitalization. There are a lot of new businesses that moved in the 2 years that we have been here. I think 5 businesses have moved into the downtown area. And then we have purchased the historic fire station and are renovating that downtown as well. So that whole downtown area is just really starting to come alive.
All right, now you said Alive After 5. For the viewers watching that don't know what that is, what is it?
So Alive After 5 is a concert series. And what our concert series does is it brings folks downtown to that area, and the stage is set at the Dick Taylor Plaza. And then our wonderful sponsors, which is the Robeson County Arts Council, Healy Distributor, UNC Health, and UNCP, all help us really put on these great concerts. And it's just a really good time. There are food trucks, there is a kids zone, there is lots of food and music, and just a really good time.
And this is just a great community event that's also free, right?
It is, and we close off the whole downtown area. So the whole plaza area, you can wander around, grab some great food. There are plenty of drinks and food, and the music is wonderful. The shops will be open downtown. And then there's the kids zone. So it's just a really fun family environment.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Melissa Bergamini.
And I'm Jacob Palmer.
Be sure to take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen so you can save on some amazing products. First up, let's talk about something that will make your furry friend's day, the Paw Sync Automatic Pet Feeder.
And if you're someone who's outside of the house often, or you simply have a busy schedule, this is a game changer. This sleek, easy to use feeder allows you to schedule your pet's meals for the day, and you can control it even from your smartphone. It's got a really solid app, ensuring your pet gets their meals on time, every time.
I know my dog Louie, he will love that. It is designed with a portion control feature, so no more overfeeding, because as we know, your pet's health is in your hands even when you're not at home. Next, for parents on the go, we've got the Hiccup Pop Blackout Tent for pack and play.
And if your little one is like mine and a light sleeper, and you've ever struggled with nap time while traveling, which can be so hard because you can't control the windows, this is the solution you've been waiting for. This blackout tent is lightweight and portable. It's so easy to set up, and all you have to do is simply drape it over your pack and play to create a dark environment no matter where you are.
Yeah, as you said, this is perfect for nap time, and it helps with the noise, giving them a peaceful place to have some sleep. Now, for all of you music lovers out there, we have the Samsung Galaxy Buds. I like these.
And these are a darling in the Best Reviews testing lab, Alyssa, because whether you're working out, commuting, or just enjoying some downtime, these earbuds deliver superior sound quality, deep bass, and an incredible built-in voice assistant. And the best part, they're comfortable, lightweight, and have a sleek design.
Yeah, they look very sleek, perfect for listening to music, podcasts, or hey, even calls on the go. And for all of you travel enthusiasts out there, I know there are a lot of you, let me introduce you to these expandable foldable suitcases with wheels.
And so we're always looking for these things, aren't we, Alyssa? And these suitcases are not only durable and spacious, but they also fold down for easy storage when not in use. They expand so all of your essentials can fit in there, and they are so smooth maneuvering through the airport.
Yeah, I definitely need to pick up one of these. So whether you're heading on a weekend getaway or a long vacation, this is the perfect perfect suitcase for you. Let's get a look at all 4 products one last time. Take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with epic discounts by bestreviews.com.
Go to WBTW.com Marketplace to find epic discounts.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today I'm so excited because I'm getting to sit down with Joyce from the Naomi Project. You are the founder and the executive director. Welcome to the show today.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm really grateful to be here. Excited, really.
Me too. So tell me, you were just saying that you started this organization 18 years ago.
18 years ago, out of a need for women who needed a safe place to go once they left the shelter. The shelter leaves you for 30 to 60 days, and after that, most of the women have to go back to their abuser. So giving them a place to jump off, and that's what the Naomi Project does. We offer them a year-long stay to be able to get back on their feet with resources and encouragement and mentors and just a program that they can work to be able to heal, seal, and move on.
It's organizations like the Naomi Project that fill in those gaps.
Yes.
And there sadly is a need for it. So what made you start this 18 years ago?
One of the ladies at the shelter that we had, she said to me, she said, Miss Joyce, if I had a safe place to go, I wouldn't go back to my abuser. And that she had 4 kids, and she had nowhere to go. So what happened over a year's time, she kept coming back to Miss Joyce, are we gonna have a safe place to go? Are we gonna have a safe place to go? So that led me into looking at this. That's not what I wanted to do, but it led me into looking into this and being able to see that it was doable. So just opening up the doors, finding a building and opening up the doors. That was the hardest thing, but the community has rallied. So it's just been, in these 18 years, it's just been one whirlwind after another, but it's been a joy because my passion, they see.
And you're able to change people's lives too.
What you realize is that 70% of the ladies who come to Naomi don't go back to their abusers. So that presents a great problem that we can solve. And giving them the courage and the encouragement and to be able to look at what they can do for themselves as opposed to depending on somebody else.
And there are other ways to support the Naomi Project too, whether it be donations. So what can people donate? What can people do to help out?
Well, for the Naomi Project, finances is always a great issue to have. But what we do is we take anything that you use that ladies can use, because at the end of when they get ready to leave, realize that they don't have anything to get into their own apartment, which is a part of our program, helping them to do that. So once you give them a dining room table or a couch or sheets and pillowcases or hygiene kits, these things they can use and not have to start from the ground up when they get ready to go into their own place. And that's more encouragement and giving them more support that they can use to be able to know that they can do this on their own.
I love it. Well, before we go, will you tell me, what has it been like over the last 18 years being able to watch these women thrive once they leave the Naomi Project?
One thing about it is that I never lose a lot of them. They still depend on a lot on things that they need. So by me getting donations in on a regular basis, and we're an all volunteer organization, so we don't have any paid staff. So having volunteers to come and having a lot of supplies that these ladies can come and get on a regular basis that I do. I still help those who are in their own apartments and are able to sustain them, just to be able to, and helping them even with paying bills. Sometimes they get down short. And Naomi Project comes to that and helps them out to be able to stay where they are and to maintain and to give them that encouragement that someone has their back.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.